Imagine standing before God, not as judge of the world, but judge of your life. Imagine his eyes. Eyes that see everything. The secrets, the thoughts, the clicks, the messages. The moments nobody else ever saw. In that moment, all excuses disappear, and the truth becomes painfully clear. Sexual sin is the silent battle that millions of Christians are losing in private. The Bible doesn't whisper about it. It shouts, "Flee today." I want to show you 5 sexual sins God warns every believer to run from, because they don't just harm your body, they imprison your soul. Fornication, sex outside marriage, isn't just a physical sin. It's a spiritual exchange. Most Christians think fornication is just sex. No, it is a spiritual transaction. Sex joins 2 bodies, but also 2 souls. This means every time you sleep with someone you are not married to, you carry their emotions, their trauma, their spiritual battles, their family altars, their generational curses, their soul wounds, their addictions, without knowing it. That's why fornication feels good, but leaves you empty afterwards. Spiritually drained, mentally confused, and emotionally divided. Fornication kills spiritual authority. It weakens discernment, steals peace, and makes your spirit dull. Samson lost his strength after sexual sin. Many Christians today are losing their destinies the same way. When God says, "Flee fornication," he's not being strict. He's protecting your future. 2. Adultery, the sin that destroys 3 people, you, them, and God's covenant. Adultery is not just physical cheating. In God's eyes, adultery begins in secret messages, in emotional connections, in late-night, harmless conversations, in fantasies, in lustful imagination. Jesus said, "If you look with lust, you have already committed adultery in your heart." Matthew 5:28. In God's courtroom, adultery is spiritual treason. You betray your covenant, your integrity, your calling, your witness, your prayer life. It opens huge spiritual doors: jealousy, anger, confusion, guilt, double. Most demonic oppression in marriages begins with adultery, even emotional adultery. Adultery destroys faster than fire. No one walks out of it whole. 3. Lust, the invisible poison that starts in the eyes and ends in the soul. It's not just desire. It's disordered desire. It makes you hunger for what God didn't give you. Lust is the reason purity feels impossible. Prayer feels dry. Worship lacks depth. The word feels boring. Temptation feels powerful. The flesh feels uncontrollable. Lust is a seed. Every sin grows from it. Before David slept with Bathsheba, he stared. Before Samson fell, he desired. Before the Pharisees sinned, they longed for praise. Every downfall starts with a small lustful glance. Whatever enters the eye enters the heart. Whatever enters the heart spreads to the body. Lust must be killed at the seed level. If not, it will grow into destruction. 4. Sexual impurity, pornography, fantasy, masturbation, sexting, perverted imagination. Sexual impurity is the most silent killer among Christians because it happens alone, privately, quietly. Sexual impurity damages you spiritually far more than people think. It rewires the brain. It triggers dopamine levels higher than cocaine. That's why addicts feel numb, detached, and never satisfied. It corrupts the imagination. Impurity turns the mind into a battlefield. You start imagining every person sexually. You lose spiritual focus. You lose mental clarity. It destroys intimacy with God. You can't worship deeply when your mind is filled with flesh. You can't hear God clearly when sexual desire controls you. It opens the door to demonic oppression. Many struggle with sexual dreams, sleep paralysis, spirit spouses, and midnight attacks, all rooted in impurity. This generation is drowning in sexual content, and most Christians fall every day, not from weakness, but from lack of boundaries. 5. Homosexuality and unnatural sexual practices. Rebellion against God's design. Romans 1:26-27 says clearly that unnatural sexual practices are dishonorable to God. God loves people fully, but he does not bless what he calls sin. Sexuality is sacred. It carries spiritual meaning. When it is twisted, the soul becomes confused. This sin brings spiritual consequences because it opposes God's design for gender. covenant. Reproduction, symbolism of Christ and the church. But hear this: sin is not identity, it is bondage. And just like every other sexual sin, God can set people free, restore purity, and heal identity. Sexual sin blinds the spirit. Satan doesn't need to destroy you. He just keeps you sexually trapped. Because a trapped Christian is a powerless Christian. The good news is that there is no sexual sign God cannot forgive. None too deep, none too dark, none too shameful. The blood still cleanses. The Spirit still delivers. Grace still restores. Freedom is still available. 1 John 1:9 says, "If we confess, He will cleanse us from all unrighteousness." You can start again. You can be pure again. You can be whole again. God still wants you. Thank you for watching this video until the end. See you next time. Bye-bye. Subscribe, like, and share.